Hello Year 4, this is going to be our final video on daily digits and multiplications. You know the format, we've got 4 daily digits questions as well as 25 multiplication facts with a bit of practice beforehand. So grab your pencil, grab your paper and let's have a go. So we're going to start off with some daily digits. Number 1, order the angles in ascending order. So you've got A, B and C to put in order. Number 2, round 3,462 to the nearest 100. Number 3, calculate 4 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 5. And number 4, write 65 in Roman numerals. So press pause, have a go, read through the questions, and then press play when you're ready. Okie dokes. Let's look at the first question. Order angles in ascending order. So when we say ascending, we mean from smallest to largest. It is going up, it's ascending. The opposite would be descending, going down, or normally we'd use it as a verb, descending down the stairs. So I've given us an example here of 2 of the angles, an acute angle and a right angle. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees and it's bigger than an acute angle, which is usually less than 90 degrees. What you'll notice is with all 3 angles here, they're all less than 90 degrees, so they're all acute angles. But in order for us to put it in order, the angle that is the closest to a right angle would be the largest. So let's start off with the smallest because we're going in ascending order. That would be A, and then it would be C, and then the one closest to a right angle would be B. So if you wrote ACB, well done. Number 2, rounding 3,462 to the nearest 100. So we're looking at our hundreds column there. Our 3,000 would stay the same in this case. Our 100 is 4, so we've got 4 hundreds. And just before it, we have an indicator. So the 6 in the tens column, the 6 tens will inform us whether our hundreds needs to round up or stay the same at 400. So because it's 6, it's 5 or more, which means that our 400 needs to round up to 500, which will be the next one. So if you wrote 3,500, well done. Number 3, so we're calculating 3 multiples together. Because multiplication is commutative, that means you can do it in any order. So we can start off by multiplying 2 of those multiples and then the answer by another one. We could do 7 multiplied by 5, which would give us 35, but that might be a bit tricky to multiply by 4. Another one that we could do is 4 multiplied by 5, which gives us 20. And 20 is a lot easier to solve if you multiply that by 7 because we can use a derived fact. So 2 multiplied by 7 is 14. That means 20, which is 10 times bigger than 2, multiplied by 7 is 140. Okay, and the last one, 65 as Roman numerals. So we've been doing that a lot of Roman numerals throughout this year, and the answer is L, which represents 50, X, which represents 10, so LX is 60, and then V, which represents 5, LXV. Okay. So now we've got some timetables focus. In our home learning pack this week, because it is towards the final week, we are going to focus on all of the times tables. So I've given us 3 levels of Chile for times tables. In our 1 Chile, we have 3, 4, 8 times table pinwheels. In our 2 Chile challenge, we've got 7, 6 and 9 times table wheels. And in our 3-star Chiles, we have 11 and 12s. So have a go, working through them, and press play when you're ready for the answers. Okay, and I'm going to put the answers on now. Here we go. So mark through each of your pinwheels and see how well you have done. Okie dokes. So now it's time for your times table test. You will have 6 seconds per question as usual. So we've been doing this a couple of weeks now to have a go out of 25. And when you're done, we're going to mark through them and you can send your results to us. So let's have a look at your questions. 5 multiplied by 4. 2 multiplied by 11. 7 multiplied by 4. 10 multiplied by 7. 12 multiplied by 2. 5 multiplied by 11. 7 multiplied by 9. 6 multiplied by 4. 4 multiplied by 12. 9 multiplied by 9. 12 multiplied by 8. 6 multiplied by 3. 8 multiplied by 6. 12 multiplied by 6. 10 multiplied by 9. 2 multiplied by 6. 7 multiplied by 10. 4 multiplied by 7. 6 multiplied by 6. 3 multiplied by 7. 2 multiplied by 2. 9 multiplied by 11. 8 multiplied by 3. 9 multiplied by 11. 10 multiplied by 5. And now it's time for the answer. So there were lots of 6 times tables questions in that one there. And I know that is one that a lot of us found very tricky. So let's have a go. We've got the answers here. Get your pen or your pencil and mark through, see how well you've done. And again, at the bottom, you've got the link there to our Year 4 web email for you to share your top score with us.